Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Calendar with Droid Life. And we've got in front of me, I almost can't believe this actually. Samsung Galaxy S6. It's already out. You can order it from T-Mobile. Well, if you ordered it on either Friday or Saturday from T-Mobile, it's already arriving, which is kind of crazy. The official launch date isn't until April 10th, but yeah, you can pretty much get one now, assuming they aren't back ordered already. So this is an exciting day for me, Droid Life, everyone around the community, because, well, we didn't go to MWC because we don't ever go to MWC, and that was the only place Samsung was showing this device. So this is the first time I've touched this, and I haven't really been hiding my excitement all that well over Samsung's new phones. And keep in mind, in the past, we've been a little critical of Samsung, especially with the Galaxy S5. So to see what they've done with the Galaxy S6 with the metal and the glass and basically upgrading every single thing they could to the most top of the line option available is kind of crazy and pretty exciting for smartphones in general, especially Android. So let's unbox this, just give you my first impressions of it. And, then we'll start working on our full review, do some comparisons, and really start talking about the Galaxy S6. We'll have Galaxy S6 Edge shortly. For now, we're just doing Galaxy S6, but we'll start focusing on the Edge as well. Don't you worry. Here's a quick look at the back. So LTE capable, obviously, 64-bit octa-core processor. That's the Exynos from Samsung, not the Qualcomm Snapdragon 810. It's got that quad HD Super AMOLED display, 16-megapixel rear camera with OIS. Has wireless charging, and it works with both of the big wireless charging standards. Also has fast charging or quick charging or whatever we want to call it. 32 gigs storage in this one. No removable battery. No SD card slot. So you either got to go 32 gig, 64 gig, or 128 gig. Kind of depends on how much storage you think you need. I went 32 just because, well, I don't keep phones all that long. But if you got this phone for 2 years, you might want to think about maybe going 64 at least. So anyway, packaging, very minimal now. So gone is the faux wood exterior, and we basically just have this sort of minimal box here. So Galaxy S6, Samsung, pretty plain box on the inside. We do have a couple of stickers we need to cut though, so cut those. And there it is. So again, this is just the regular S6. So we're gonna pull this stuff out, and the SIM card, set all of this stuff over here for a second. It's an unboxing, so we might as well do it all, right? So in the box, your charger, and I believe this is a quick charger. I will have to confirm that, but I believe it's a quick charger. There's a SIM tool there floating around, and they did throw in some earbuds, and then this is just a starting guide. You guys really don't need to see that, do you? All right, so let me peel off, well, let's see. In hand, can't really give you first impressions with this sticker on here, so let's slide this out. And all right, so Galaxy S6. This is the black version, also comes in white and gold here in the US. There is a blue version of this as well for the S6, and then the Edge also comes in a green. I'm not gonna lie though, this is black, and I don't know if the camera's really picking that up. It must just pick up colors around it, but it almost looks navy blue to me, which is really kind of cool. And you'll notice this with most of the colors of the S6 and this glass back, that it really picks up colors around it and sort of seems to change all of the time. I mean, this looks navy blue to me, to be perfectly honest. And this is supposed to be black sapphire. I guess maybe the sapphire brings out the blue. So very, very cool color. In hand, so it's obvious right away that this is the most premium device that Samsung has ever made. They made a nice phone with the Note 4. They also made a nice phone with the Alpha, but this just really feels kind of on a different level. That whole metal frame, the glass front and back, really, really well done. All right, so quick tour. Well, we can fire it up here so we can look at this display briefly. Here we go, Galaxy S6. So home button, as always, fingerprint sensor, which is actually improved. You can just sort of set your finger on there once you have it programmed, and it will unlock and all that good stuff. You still have your multitasking or app switcher button there, back button there. So those haven't really changed, but the home button is much improved. There is the first colorful look at that 5.1-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display. I'm going to guess it's the best display on the planet. Samsung has sort of been leading that category for a while, dating back to the S4, then the S5, and Note 3 and Note 4. So I'm guessing this is just equally as gorgeous once we start playing with it. We'll lock that for a second. So on the side here, you have your power lock switch, perfectly in position for your thumb. SIM tray right underneath that. If we flip it over, you have your volume rocker. So I like the way Samsung does this. They have power button here, and then they put the volume rocker where your fingers might be if you're holding it. Although initial impression is you might have to shimmy a little bit to get that. So anyways, I do like the way that they go opposite with those. Some people like HTC and Moto stack everything just on the thumb side. So up top, you have IR, sensor, blaster, and a mic. And on the bottom, Samsung, this might be one of the first times I've ever done this, but headphone jack on the bottom, which you guys know we appreciate. Speaker, which is said to be much louder and better than all Samsung speakers in the past. Micro USB port there. And again, fast charging. So that's awesome. On the back, and you know what? I'm terrible. I should have this on me, and I'll add a note right here or something. The battery's not large, and I don't have the milliamp hour number in front of me right now. Really apologize, but we'll put that right there. So not a huge battery. A little worried there about battery life since you can't remove the back, but we'll give it a shot there. 16 megapixel camera on the back with optical image stabilization. Supposed to be insanely fast. I'm guessing it's going to be probably as good, if not better, than what Apple's doing with their iPhone sensors. It's going to be good. Dual LED flash, I'm sorry, just a single LED flash there. Also heart rate sensor built in there. Wireless charging though, and again, it works with Qi and PMA, I believe, the two big ones. So basically any wireless charging pad you buy, you're gonna be able to set this device down on there and it should charge. So, front 5 megapixel camera there, wide angle lens so you can take all them selfies. You'll notice there is very minimal bezel on both sides, which is awesome. The bottom and top obviously have to have some bezel because you have to put, buttons if you want them and cameras and things like that and your speakers. So you do have those, but the edge side bezel is kind of crazy. So let's see here. I don't really want to walk through the intro, so we'll get into software and all that stuff, but it's still running TouchWiz. It is Lollipop, though. Samsung has really toned down TouchWiz for this, or at least really tried to improve it, especially in the performance category. But we'll dive into all of that stuff. This has really just kind of been an unboxing and sort of a first impression on how I feel about the hardware. And God, this phone feels great. So I've been using the One M9, and while that's a premium feeling device, it feels so familiar because it just feels like a One M8. This feels like no other phone on the planet. It's premium. It definitely feels strong and sturdy in hand, but it almost looks sort of like jewelry with that reflective back that's sort of giving off blue and blackish colors. Wow, I mean, Samsung, they really did a nice job. I'm not a big fan of home buttons, but it is what it is. They've done everything that I would like to see in a phone. They've got the headphone jack on the bottom. It's got wireless charging and fast charging, a top-end camera, a beautiful display. I think my only worry right now really is the battery, so we'll give that some good tests. But wow, this phone feels great. So far, so good from Samsung. We have this now, as long as we need it, so we'll have a full review up shortly along with the One M8 and the Edge. We're going to do a whole bunch of features on this thing so you guys know it inside and out over the coming days. So if you have comments or questions or just need to know anything about the Galaxy S6, we can give that to you. For now, though, we are Droid Life. We're out. Peace.